Hi guys, I hope you're having a great day. Right now I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about location. Okay, so picking the right location for your classes, if it be outside or inside. All right, I do outdoor training from May to October, mid-May to mid-October, and then I do indoor training from mid-October to mid-May. I live in Canada. I'm in Windsor, Ontario. It's super cold, so I go indoors just after Thanksgiving weekend. It's kind of cold those last couple weeks, but once you get moving, it's actually kind of really great time to train because it's not too hot. And then I go outside. It used to be in April, but I found with the rain, it kind of like wrecked some of the classes, so I pushed it to May, beginning of May, mid-May. So I have my indoor classes location and my outdoor. So I'm going to talk about outdoor first of all with you. So find a park that works for you. Think of the people that will be coming. Where are they going to live around? What your demographic is. Is it going to be young, old? Are you training kids, women? The kind of the neighborhood you want to be in. All right. So you kind of got to think that way. You don't want to just go to the park at the end of your street and know that that's going to be the perfect park for you. I suggest definitely going to a location that has a hill. So I've always worked at this place that we've called since we were kids Suicide Hill. And I grew up biking on that hill, then as a teen partying on that hill. So it's kind of funny to be back there as an adult running my career, my business at that hill. So this hill means a lot to me. It's a bit of a drive, maybe 10, 15 minutes in from where I live now, but it has this perfect hill, has a huge field. So I want to make sure you have enough space. Yeah, you might only have 5, 6 people to start with your class, but you got to think big. Now we'll get 30, 40, 50 people with my outdoor classes, sometimes more, sometimes less. So I wanted to make sure this location had room to grow. So I have lots of field space. It has this awesome hill, steep front, kind of down the side longer, and then the back's really not steep at all, but it's long. And then there's all these trails, dirt trails through the forest. There's cement paths through the farmer's fields. It's called Ganacho Trail. It's in a great part of the town, and it's a perfect spot to grow. So I started there from day one when I first had my outdoor classes in 07 or 08, I forget what year, and I've been there ever since. So Suicide Hill is my stomping grounds, and now where I run my business. So choosing a park, don't just go to a flat park. That's boring. You need the hill, man. And there's even a jungle gym, so you can use the jungle gym. You just want to kind of look around and see what you can use, all right? So having a hill is key because that's a great challenge you can add to your training. We train on the land. I train on the hillside. I have lots of videos showing that, but sometimes I'll do everything you do flat, you can do on a hillside. So it makes it way more intense and really builds the legs. It burns, it works your heart rate. So outdoor location, you have to have a hill. I also run a beach class once a week. So we're in the sand. Sand training is insane. So find a cool spot, a beach or some little parquet, whatever you got that has some sand, and look at the benches that you could use. This spot I have has a bunch of benches, so we do dips and step-ups and box jumps using those benches, okay? So you really want to look at the location and think what you can use there. All the elements can be a tool for you. So those benches are awesome. Garden boxes, ledges, anything like that. So we got the sand, there's a jungle gym there as well. You can do dips, chin-ups. You can set up some TRX straps. So drive around, check some parks out, train on them yourself. Make sure it has what you want, okay? Don't just settle for any park that's just close to you, okay? It has to, you have to look at it all and in the future that you want. You don't want to be changing locations. That's the worst thing you could do because when you got to move here or this week we're here and or next season you're here or there, you want to be known for your location. That's kind of like your brand, your building. All right. If I'm constantly changing my location or the days a week that I'm training on, people get confused and they get frustrated and they're like, I don't know where she is. She's here and there and everywhere. And it's just too confusing for people. And then they're going to go, it's bad enough that I don't even have my own studio, which I don't want. For some people that do that, that's great. I like how I've done it and I'll always do it this way, but bad enough as in, I mean, some people might be like, oh, she doesn't have a location, she's just in this park or this community center, and they might not take what I do as serious because I don't actually have my own gym, my own studio with a sign and this and that. So for me, and if it's something you're doing, you have to kind of keep it consistent with where your location is and the days of week you're doing it. Indoor locations. Okay, so check stuff out. Schools are tough, especially where I live. They want you to prepay ahead. You have to use their insurance. You know, they might have dances going on or after school sports. So it can really like cancel classes on you. I found that schools wasn't the way to go when I was researching. I found a great community center with a huge gym. Get in there, see what they got, see what the gym's like. You don't want to be in like, say, like a church basement or an old gym where it's like those hard floors. That's important. You're going to hurt your clients. If it has that tile flooring and there's no bounce and give like a gym floor has, don't use it. It's not safe. It's too hard. They're gonna get, you'll notice injuries in your class. So definitely look at flooring. Do they have a surround sound system for your music? Do they have a mic that you can hook up? Change rooms, bathrooms, showers, lockers, parking. Take everything into consideration. If you were a client going to a class and what you would want, does that center offer it for you? Now, another thing to think about is booking your time slots way in advance. So I was lucky this center was newly built and I went in there. I've been there since I started at Adrenaline, and I've been there a long time, and I was like, these are the nights I want, and I booked them. And most companies, I'm sure, give you that priority of that spot before anyone every season. They're not going to just sell your spot. So I've been locked into my classes there. I have, 4 or 5 mornings a week and 4 or 5 nights a week. And those have been my time slots, and they won't change until I cancel or don't pay my rent, which I don't do. So find a great indoor location, check out what they have, check out if they have equipment that you can use. And that's key, right? So look at all those elements. You want to have a surround system. You want to have music, and then you have to find your own insurance, or you can get on with their insurance, look into that. But you want to be insured because something can happen. And luckily, I've had no issues so far, knock on wood. But having that insurance is important. So location, very, a lot more, things to look at than you might think. Just starting up shop somewhere, sit back, take time, brainstorm, and figure out where you want to be. All right. And location is very, very important. Okay. Another thing to think about, treat the staff at the center or gymnasium, wherever it is that you're renting the space, like gold. All right. These people, this is your future there. You're building a business there. You don't want to walk in giving them an attitude, acting like you own the place, like you're all cool and you're better than them because they're sitting at the front desk and you're running a boot camp. Doesn't matter, man. They are going to help make or break you. So don't forget that every time you walk in, say hi, make the time, ask them how they are, their day is, little things like cards at holidays. I'll bring in a tray of fruit or whatever to the staff at holidays, whatever you can kind of do, because those people are there to help you. But if you're not good to them, they're not going to want to help you, and they can make your day and your job and your life miserable. Not that they really want to be that way, but if you're not good to them, they're not going to be good to you, even if it's their job, okay? So don't forget that when you're in a location, treat the staff, the management, the owners, whoever it is that you're dealing with really, really good. Respect them. And know that, you're lucky to be there in their spot, because that's not your studio. Unless you have your own studio, then that's great. But if you're renting space like I do, don't forget that. All right? So hope this helped a bit today, guys, with choosing location, indoor, outdoor. Take time, really assess, look at it all in a bigger picture and a place that you can grow with, okay? And we'll have space for you to grow. All right? Have a great day. Peace out. Yeah.